Hello everyone, it's that time of the year again, and I'm really excited for band and orchestra classes to get started again. Now, these are just some of the stuff or some of the instruments that you will be able to play this coming year. Let's get started with the woodwind family. This is the flute, and it's one of the oldest instruments that we can still play today. The first flute was made over 43,000 years ago. And if you can whistle into a soda bottle, you can probably play the flute. This is the clarinet. This instrument uses reeds made out of wood to make the sound that come out of the instrument. This is a saxophone. This instrument also uses a reed just like the clarinet. And the saxophone is used in different kinds of music like jazz, pop, and even classical music. Now let's get started with the brass family. This is a trumpet. It only has 3 buttons and it uses a metal mouthpiece to make the sounds. It can be a bit of a loud instrument. This is a trombone. It has no buttons, but rather it has a slide that makes the sounds go higher or lower. Now, this is a baritone. It's a bit big, but it also has 3 buttons just like the trumpet. However, it goes much, much lower than a trumpet. Now the next family we're going to look at is the percussion family. The percussion family you may know as the drums. Okay? And yes, in the percussion section, we do play the snare drum with drumsticks. We also play the bass drum, which is much bigger. But however, there are other instruments in percussion section that you might not know of. Now, one of those instruments might be sleigh bells, great around the holidays. Other instruments are the maracas. Finally, we also have the tambourine. The next family we're going to look at is the string family, which is also called the orchestra. Now, all of the next instruments belong to the string family, and they all look fairly the same. Okay, first of all, let's look at the violin. It's made out of wood, and it originated from Italy about 500 years ago. Now, as you can tell, it has strings. However, it is also played with a bow. There's a bow right here. The next instrument that we have is the viola. It looks just like a violin, however, it is slightly larger and it can play lower notes than the violin. Lastly, in the string family, we have the cello. Now, this is one of the biggest instruments that we have here. It's one of the biggest string instruments that there are. Now, the cello is different because, as you can tell, all the other instruments I had to play on the shoulder. This one, you get to play sitting down, and it gets to be on the floor, so it's standing up on the floor right now. This is how the cello sounds now. I am not a really good cello player, but I'm going to try my best. And that is the string family. So good, we went through all of the instruments that we can play here in band and orchestra. Now the next part is how you can join band. There are 3 ways that you can be in band or in orchestra. First way, if you have your own instrument, you can join band and orchestra automatically. However, it must be one of the instruments that we had just talked about in this video. The second way you can join band or orchestra is that if you go to a music store, you can rent your own instrument. I have information for you and your parents if you do wish to rent an instrument from a musical store. The third way you can join band or orchestra is to rent an instrument from this school. There is a small fee of $25, but that will cover you for the whole year. If you are a returning 5th grade band member or orchestra member, you will be able to acquire the same instrument for $25 this year. Now, here's the important part, and I need you to pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. I will not be accepting any money until I tell you to bring your money with the required paperwork that you need to rent the instrument. I repeat, do not bring your money until Mr. Z asks for it. Teachers, please, please, please help me with this by not accepting money as well. There will be a time and a place for money to be turned in. I will be giving you more information in a handout to when and where you will be able to rent the instruments from this school. But just as a reminder, Mr. Z does not need your money right now. Just so we're all on the same page, repeat after me. Mr. Z does not want your money just yet. Thank you very much for giving me your time and for giving me your attention. I look forward to having a great year with you all. Let's go out there and make some awesome music, ladies and gentlemen.